Hey everyone, welcome to Infinite Binge. We are watching Westworld Season 2, Episode 4 this week. I am Jake, and who else is here?
Kevin?
And Andrew.
This episode was titled The Riddle of the Sphinx. In it, an enigmatic figure becomes the center of Delos' secret project. The man in black and Lawrence follow the path to Los Mudas and run into trouble. Did I butcher that name? Los Mudas?
Close enough. I'll say. There's a lot in this episode I did not expect. More so than usual.
I was kind of predicting it all as I was watching. Like, what did you not expect?
Well, there are a few things. So, sometime when watching the first season, I had thought about, I wonder if that's something they'll ever, maybe try and, put a human mind in or that kind of thing, but didn't think that was actually, from where the show had gone, I just kind of brushed that aside, never thought that, this isn't going to be a thing. Apparently it's a thing.
Yeah, definitely a thing. See, a lot of the episode was with the Man in Black's father-in-law and how he was putting his mind into the body of a robot and how it's taken like 30 years and they still haven't figured it out.
But they're getting closer.
Or did Ford possibly figure it out? I think that's too obvious, personally.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's Ford or possibly Arnold.
I would say Arnold, but at the same time, I don't think it would be Arnold because Arnold, what they kind of show of him in the, how he felt about things, he didn't quite seem like the guy who'd be like, you know what, I want to live forever, and would transfer his consciousness or all that into a computer. And
that's true.
It's not like after what happened to him, they could have done it.
It seems like all things are pointing to Ford coming back as a robot.
It just seems too easy. I guess the show has kind of set these expectations for these kind of big mysteries and twists and stuff. Like, why would it be Ford? It just seems like too obvious. And maybe it is, but
if who else could it be? Where it would be like, oh, this big mystery of who it is, and then it's what other? It's Arnold. It's one of the two. It's Dolores.
I don't know. I want to say it's Ford or Arnold, but at the same time, it can't be. Again, it's too easy almost. I'm expecting something.
It has to be a character that you've heard of. Otherwise, it's nothing.
Logan.
Logan.
Can I throw something out there?
Yes.
All right.
And it's someone that you've met, and it's actually Charlotte. And Charlotte is Charlie's full name, and it's Arnold's kid, and brought back and put the consciousness in there. So it wasn't actually a son; it was a daughter.
Could be.
See, I like that better than Ford or Arnold.
Because Arnold wouldn't care about his own mortality, but he would care about his child's.
Or is it the Man in Black's wife?
Oh, well, I doubt it's his daughter.
Well, she's still alive.
Well, they've never said Ford didn't have kids, right?
He doesn't strike me as the type that would have spent much time doing that.
I don't think they said one way or another if he did or not.
I don't know. Again, it's just, though it may be Ford, and obviously that's what they're leading you to believe with everything, to me, it just seems too easy, too obvious. Also, in that whole thing, Elsie's alive.
Yeah.
I was pretty happy about that.
Well, me too.
For now. Because who knows?
Right. And it looks like she's teaming up with Bernard for the time being.
Or is she? Or is Bernard remembering that? Or...
Yes. I mean, even if it's just a memory, she's still teamed up with him.
And with that memory bit, they showed one part where he was remembering him and Elsie opening it. So I'm guessing he went back at some point. Because there's the part where he's standing in the hallway and she's at the door and he's saying something. He's like, oh, you can't hammer me. This is just a memory. or something, right?
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
So I wasn't sure if he was just in his own head, but I got that as like he was remembering this happen. So I'm guessing he went back again. Or am I wrong to think that?
No, that could be. It's kind of hard to say because the way the memories work on this show with the robots.
It's very jumpy. Yeah, it's a little tough.
That scene could have been 60 years in the future. So were any of you surprised by the reveal that new lady is the Man in Black's daughter?
Yeah, I was.
Yeah. When she came up and said hi, Dad, or whatever, I went, oh.
If you
didn't see that coming.
If you check my notes, when she said that she isn't looking to leave, I wrote Man in Black's daughter.
Oh yeah, explains the skills.
It's also kind of interesting because you could tell that there was some sort of connection because in her, like if you go back to the previous episode where you see her like she has like a notebook or whatever, she has like almost this this little design that has drawn in somewhere, and it looks like an infinity, like an angular infinity symbol, and that's kind of you could see the same sort of symbol in the lab area where Jim Delos was. So I think that you could kind of tell that there was probably some connection there, that she was searching for something like that.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to seeing them interact.
It'll be interesting.
Because really, the only interaction we've seen is with the Man in Black is with robots. And Ford every once in a while. And those one guests that he said, I'm on vacation. Leave me alone. Oh,
I will say, just touching on the guest thing with the Man in Black's daughter and then the other Hemsworth, I do like that they brought back those two guests from the first episode. The guy that like shot Hector. Do you remember that from the very first season?
Yeah. Yes.
Where the British guy's like, oh look, I wrote the speech, and he's getting ready to do it, and then this guy just rolls up and does it. I got a little laugh. I was like, oh, those people.
I didn't even realize it was him, but now that you mention it, it totally was. What'd you think of this scene where the Man in Black became the hero and saved the town?
The question I have, apparently you need like the most minimum amount of nitro to make a giant explosion.
Well, it's not even that it was a giant explosion.
It was pretty big.
I don't know if that's how nitro works.
Not the hand one. After he had him like drink the shot.
Yeah.
His whole body exploded.
Well,
after he shot him.
More to... It's like in that one movie, Armageddon, where it's like, if you put the firecracker on top of something, but if you just hold the firecracker in your hand, with the palm open, it's just gonna pop it. If you close your hand, it'll like into like a fist. It'll blow your whole, all your fingers off.
Yeah, I guess it was still rather large. I was not expecting that.
Yeah, I could see like blowing a hole in his stomach or something. I did not expect him to just fully explode.
But it was pretty awesome.
It was. Yeah. That whole scene was pretty awesome.
Yeah, the Man in Black was just sitting there, just like soaking it all in, and then you could see it in his eye when he decided that, okay, I'm gonna save everybody.
I like the little line he threw out about like, death is truth, life is confused and all that. I thought that was pretty cool line.
Yeah, and he said you didn't even recognize death sitting across from you this whole time.
Now, the one thing at the end of that scene that kind of made me think, but I don't know like what's coming, when he's saddling up his horse and the like daughter says some things to him about the game and throws out one good deed doesn't reverse all the other bad ones or whatever.
Right.
She throws out a line of something like you're looking too much in the future where you should be in the past or something like that.
Because if you're looking forward, you're looking in the wrong direction.
Yes. Which to me meant, something relating to the past. So I have no idea. But I've got to imagine it's something with that. You would think, no?
Yeah.
Maybe.
I mean, who could
Tell?
tell what the way time works on this show?
At a certain point, it almost feels like we can kind of interpret what's going on, but at a certain point, you're just kind of along for the ride.
I will say with the time stuff, I do like that they have Jimmy Simpson still in the show because I like him. So I'm glad he's still back.
You mean, young William. I like how they aged him a little bit as they progressed through the three, because he was only in the two different scenes with
Jim
Delos. And I could kind of tell that they had aged him the second time he showed up.
Yeah, I noticed the gray in the hair.
Yeah, I could really tell the third time he showed up too.
Well, that third time was Ed Harris.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, I was gonna say they really made him look like Ed Harris. Well, it was kind of neat because they gave him the stubble kind of in the same way.
Yeah, this exactly same like kind of shave. Yeah,
There was that scene where they finally opened the door when Bernard and Elsie opened the door, and then it was just total like Event Horizon in there.
I wasn't sure how stable they were gonna find him when they did that. I was kind of thinking they were maybe gonna come across him being like actually stable and like normal.
Yeah, I was kind of thinking that too.
That was most certainly not the case.
No, he was just looking in the mirror, just like cutting his own face.
Well, I get the feeling that wasn't too, like what happened wasn't too long prior, like that last interview with William.
Yeah, that must have been like the last thing he did before he entered the park.
Yeah,
Or went
it's
to the
so
party.
tough to tell time though.
Well, because there was that same technician that was in there, and that technician was
Just
dead.
dead.
And you could see that it wasn't like decomposed or anything.
Yeah, that's true. But then you gotta wonder too, when Bernard was flashing back, when did he kill all those people? Or like have all those people killed? Was that right before this all went down? I've gotta assume so, right? Like within a day's time or something?
It could be.
Or no. It would have had to have been before he captured Elsie. Because remember, she says he choked her out and then he brought her to that spot and chained her up.
Yeah, but that's like back in season 1.
Yeah, but Bernard would have had to have been there to kill all those people before or when he dropped her off or something. You get what I'm saying?
It had to be before, otherwise she would have known that was there.
Yeah.
But that's the same. That's the same spot that he went to with Charlotte Hill, right?
No, they were in the middle of a desert. It popped up out of the ground.
Right. Okay, that's right. But it was the same kind of thing.
It was another
very similar
thing.
Yeah.
Those creepy ass drones.
Damn these timelines. But so yeah, those people who have been dead for like a couple of weeks at this point, or close to it, at least a week.
Yeah, well, it's kind of unclear how much time has passed.
It actually passed. Yeah, I know. Damn this show.
Like a day could have passed on this show.
Well, it's been more than a day. I know that much.
Yeah.
I've got to watch that first season again once this one ends.
Are you liking this season as much as the first season?
It's having the same kind of build, so far, yes.
Not so much. It's kind of one of those things. It's just like I would kind of probably be happier binging them all and not watching them week to week.
Is that how you did the first season?
Yeah. Like I watched the first couple and like week to week, and then I was like, okay, I need to wait, and so like I waited until they were all over.
Right.
Oh, one more quick point about that whole underground spot. Right before they left, when it shows the flashback of what Bernard did and everything, I don't know, but I'm guessing that this is still like part of his story. He's still being directed to do all this stuff. At least that's kind of what I got out of it. Because they specifically have him say too, like, no, Ford isn't controlling me anymore. But after that, and then like the flashback to that, I was thinking, well, maybe to like a point, like his last act is like still influencing what he's doing.
I feel like Ford is still all over this. It's like he's still popping up in random characters, like in random robots. Is there anything else you guys wanted to add before we wrap up? All right. Thanks for listening. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, leave some comments, do all that stuff. Also listen to Manga Machinations and the Geek Box and Comic Conspiracy. And thanks for listening. We'll see you next time.